Well, one, we knew we win a one-and-done game. I think the game was on the line in the first inning, to be quite honest with you. And Brandon stood up and got us out of that inning. Their guys threw well, too. They never let us break the game open. We got kind of what we needed. And then all of a sudden, we walked two guys. One scores on a pass ball or wild pitch. Next guy gets driven in. So that's kind of the old two dreaded walks again that scored, But we were able to pitch against the 3-run inning. And then I think Brandon gave us everything he had, and then I think Perrin did a great job. I just love him behind hard throwers, and I like him to bridge the gap to be able to get to Gunner. So we got Gunner up and ready. He said he could maybe do 2 tonight, so we had him ready. We're trying to trim him to 1, but when they got 2 outs and got a guy on, we went ahead and switched it because Perrin's coming off of 93 pitches on 3 days rest. And I felt he might run out of gas a little bit right there, and I hated for one ball to get up and get out of the ballpark, and then all of a sudden it's a new ball game. So we went ahead and went to Gunner because now we only need 4 outs, and he looked really good. His velocity was back up, 88 to 90, and his pitchability is just so good. So we had everything we needed, and then of course Hunter was able to break the game open to get the big lick. That's one thing we couldn't do early in the year. We would get some sac flies in those situations, and then people were pitching against the 3-run inning on us, and then we were going out and giving up 3-run innings. And so tonight we were able to pitch against the 3-run inning, and then we were able to get Hunter got the big lick, and that's the backbreaker right there. And again, early in the year, we could fracture somebody, but we couldn't break them. And towards the back end of the season, our hitters have been doing a great job of being able to break, the game open at the critical time of the game. And Hunter had his best at bat at the critical time of the game.
Questions for Hunter?
I think you were going to get that at bat after an intentional walk right before you.
Yes, sir. Well, so earlier in the game, I had a chance to break it open with bases loaded, and I only got a sac fly, and then that play at third, that error, so I just had to step up right there. I knew that I was going to get that at bat, and I got a pitch to hit, and I got a good swing off on it.
Was it kind of unexpected? I mean, all of a sudden, Hayden gets past
Yeah.
to first base.
A little bit. I was put the bat weight on, and I look up, and he's running down there. I was like, all right, it's time to go.
So is that almost when you go into a situation like that, kind of clear your mind, or more fully prepared for it?
Yeah, no, just clear your mind and relax and do what you can do to help the team.
Coming in.
No, go. What's the difference in the last several games for you?
I think it's just confidence. I mean, hitting's contagious, and all the hitters are hitting. And I mean, tonight we kind of had an off night, and the pitchers did a heck of a job. But I mean, hitting's contagious. So one guy's getting hot, and I mean, other people are going to get hot.
Turn that around.
We just got to know we're not out of the fight. I mean, like you said, backs against the wall, win or go home. So I mean, for me, it'll be my last game, but we're always fighting.
Had that flash through your mind any last game? I mean, the word's kind of scary.
I mean, it is, but I mean, we live to see another day, so anything can happen now, and we're excited.
Shoot, he's been so good. I mean, he's been on fire. I mean, hitting doubles, triples, home runs. He did that kind of at the end of last year too. He's just been so good. Just a model kid too. I mean, for us to have him for these 4 years, we've never disciplined him one day in 4 years. I mean, not one time late for practice, not one time late for breakfast, not one time late with his grade check folder. He's just a great kid, and a guy that just goes along and does his business. He doesn't talk a lot. He leads by example, and he's just really been a good one for us. And to flip over to third base for us too to help us was big because that's sometimes not easy to do when you see the ball coming to this side of the field, and then you see it coming from a different angle to the other side of the field, and just be thrown into that last week with Locke's back. So he's been that utility knife for us, to be able to, move him over to third. And then I think, last week at Monroe, I think he set a school record by going 6 for 6. But it's really just a game paying him back. The game it knows who to pay back. And when people don't cheat from the game, and they work like he does with his mouth shut, and just, he's got the blinders on his old mule, and his old mule plows every day, man, every day. And I think just the game's paying him back.
Coach, you got a bit of a quick turnaround on this one. Wrap up this game here, 10:30 at night, and then you come back, play in the morning tomorrow. How do you get your team kind of refocused to bounce back in that one?
Well, hopefully, we got off a little slow today, but the pitchers really held serve. So tomorrow, I think we'll swing the bat better. I think they'll be maybe a little bit more relaxed, knowing that this is not a one and done now. They can kind of maybe relax a little bit, not get too relaxed. But we've had some quick turnarounds out of Monroe, back, the flight into here. So tomorrow we'll let them get some rest, and I think they're ready to go. I think the whole key to this thing is the ERAs in our league are so inflated. It's who's going to pitch, And tonight we pitched. Tonight we stayed away from the 3-run inning. That's our MO, and I think that's going to be the important thing. But I think they're going to relax and come out and swing the bat better tomorrow. Just simply because they know now that, they can settle into the tournament and go to work from here.
What have y'all talked about now for tomorrow? Who will throw?
I knew that question would come up eventually. We don't know. We'll go back and talk. This team has fought injuries all season. I really give them a lot of credit for being in here and fighting today to even, to live another day, because we've had to shuffle stuff so much all the year. I mean, Castles was out about 10 games with a broken nose. Danny's playing with a torn labrum. We've had to fight all year, and the pitching staff, the closer blew his arm out Game 3 of the season, and Jack Burke got up and running for us and really was dominating. And then now, I don't know if, he can throw a pitch in this. Gunner, who was going to start the season, our Friday night starter, you saw well he threw tonight. He can probably only give me one inning maybe in the tournament. So that's our biggest challenge. That's why we've got to swing the bat better tomorrow. And I think, I pulled up some of the guys on the pitching staff and said, hey, we're going to need an unsung hero. Somebody's going to have to really step up and really help us, for us to continue to move into this tournament because of where our pitching is. So we'll talk when we go back, and if we have to do this by guys throwing 3 innings and an inning, 2 innings here, and build it along the way, we'll do it. We'll do whatever we have to make this work. Tonight was important for us because now we can try to score some runs and then hopefully settle in with some arms that can eat up some innings. I don't think you're going to see some guys eat up 6, 7, 8 innings at a time, but we're just going to need everybody. And so we'll see where maybe potentially Savoy is. He came off and had a good start against Monroe, but we'll just see if he's rested enough to be able to start tomorrow. If not, Grant Cox has started a game already. Again, I don't want to name anybody yet, but we'll go back and take a look at everything and look at them and see what their left rights are and that kind of stuff, and then try to make a decision after that.